Yeah, I'm delighted with the performance. I don't think that you can ask for too much more from a courage perspective. I felt that defensively in that first half, the amount of effort and endeavour that the players demonstrated was superb. For such a big team, to give up 3 points and look for 5 or 7, and I thought the determination that the players showed not to allow them to get that probably built a bit of confidence for us and allowed us to probably keep them out for that entire half when they had probably 5 really good platforms to have a crack at us. So, I'm delighted with that. I think that there were a number of players who really stood up physically to what was always going to be an incredibly tough assignment. I think they did well. I think all week we knew it was a tough ask, and we talked about it on Thursday, and I know it's been a topic of discussion, and I know in the end people will make their own minds up. We'll review the game, but coming cold in reflection, I thought they both did incredibly well. There was some really physical defence from both players. I thought Robbie gave us gain line and played intelligently. Jared ran a great support line off Rob Carney when Rob Carney came back and managed to get a bit of space, got through the gap, and Jared just was that quick to pick him up, and that's the sort of intelligence you want in a back line, because we're very used to having the very best intelligence in our back line. I think the two of them combined did a really good job for us.
It certainly was a good performance, and to beat any Southern Hemisphere team is great. To beat a Southern Hemisphere team that's probably had a long time together before they came here, and a really tough rugby championship, so a lot of good preparation is brilliant. There's a few disappointing things from a personal point of view. The line out of tank, Sean Cronin threw really well. I probably didn't call it too well. Scrum I think can be improved a little bit as well, but I don't know, is it the finest performance? Certainly one of our best victories, for my time as captain. Looking back on it, it was great at the time. It's very tough. They're big men, they carry hard, they carry straight. They're big on the gain line, and we were lucky that we made some really good tackles, really good decisive chop tackles where we came off the line. Without Rory Best and Chris Henry, you probably lose a little bit of that pressure over the ball that you get when you chop, but I think a few guys probably stepped up and did a lot of it today as well. But yeah, the defensive effort is something that we speak about a lot. Obviously Les is excellent what he does, and I think we played this game, first game of the Guinness Series last year, and the defensive effort was really poor, the line speed was really poor, so to be able to come in with a few mini camps and then a 2-week prep, and for the defence to be, I suppose, so tight and united with line speed was very good today.
It's funny, I didn't mention the injuries once. I think I was asked about them a lot, so I responded to questions, but never did we say that the injuries were going to compromise whatever we were trying to do. I talked a lot about the enthusiasm and energy of the group. As I said to you on Thursday, I think we did have a good spine. I think you did right. The spine probably slipped a couple of discs with Chris Henry and Rory Best coming out, but at the same time we had our 9-10 axis, and I thought they were superb today. They gave us the field position, they gave us the intelligent sort of kicking game that we needed, and then the spine with the skipper and Dev in the second row. We had the guys in the back row, and even the front row. I take my hat off to Mike Ross. He hadn't played for 4 weeks. He had a limited opportunity to prepare himself, and to get through 73, 74 minutes was a smashing effort from him. And again, his tackle count was relatively high. And thank you very much, tackle count. They got the opportunity to make plenty of tackles, but that spine is important. At the same time, there were 4 of the 7 backs were different than what we did have in the Six Nations, and there were quite a few other changes. But we saw Reece Ruddock come on off the bench in the Six Nations and do a really good job. We saw Jack making a number of good impacts coming off the bench as well, and so did Sean Cronin. So for those guys to then come into the starting pack, probably wasn't as big a transformation as people may think. At the same time, there's a few things to work through in our set piece.